Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our today's topic is Flipped Learning Pedagogy in Islamic Studies. In today's topic, we will discuss what is flipped learning, how it is different from an existing traditional system, and how to apply the flipped learning in the subject Islamic Studies. Education means acquisition of knowledge or facilitate learning. Traditionally, when the teacher steps into the classroom and he starts delivering lecture, trying to clarify the concept. Since this is a teacher-centered approach, so he is playing a man role. He is an active speaker inside the classroom, explaining on the whiteboard, clarifying the doubt of the students. While students on the other side, they are hunched over their desk as a passive listener, taking notes, trying to understand the concept explained by the teacher. In a traditional approach, less attention is given to the student understanding and applying the concept acquired inside the classroom. Teacher is more concerned about completing the syllabus and how the student perform in the examination, what grades they achieve. This is the main concept behind the traditional system. The 21st century has observed that technology penetrates the life of every individual. It drastically changed the mundane part of their life. They handily access technology through laptops and handheld devices for different purposes: social interaction, watching videos, business, education, etc. It provides an instantaneous information to its user. Today's generation is media-centric, and students spend much of their waking time using technology to get benefit from the online educational wealth. Technology infused classroom with digital tools. The onset of technology made the journey of imparting knowledge with the student easier and fun. So with the advent of technology in the field of education made the traditional approach of teaching irrelevant in the 21st century. Flipped learning is basically a technology-based learning system introduced in the field of education and contrary to the existing traditional system. The purpose of it to overcome flaws and loopholes that are there in the existing traditional system. Flipped learning is to bridge the cognitive gap between the source, that is the teacher, and the books, and the receiver, the learner. This is a hybrid approach for teachers and students to foster direct learning. Flipped learning defines simplistically homework at school and schoolwork at home. It is a reverse approach. So, compared to the traditional system, what was happening inside the classroom, now that will happen outside the classroom. And what was traditionally happening outside the classroom will be shifted to inside the classroom for discussion. So, there are certain steps to follow in flipped learning pedagogy. So teacher will record an audio or video, or he can download it from the online sources like YouTube, TED Education, or Khan Academy, etc. Or he can give a students a certain pages from the text from the book, they to read that pages, and then when the student next day they come to attend the classroom, so they are well prepared. They have understood the lecture. Now they will be seated in a group form and they will start discussing the topic with each other. So this will further enhance their knowledge and understanding. So moreover, teacher will also be standing on their side to clarify their doubts and talk to student face to face. So more time for student to discuss the topic, and there is more time with the teacher to clarify directly their concept and make them understand the lesson in a much better way. Salient features of the flipped learning. It is a student-centered approach, while the teacher role in this flipped learning pedagogy is guide on the side. It's a collaborative learning. Group discussion is also there inside the classroom. This will enable students to understand the lesson or the text in a much better way. Face-to-face interaction with teacher. So in the traditional approach, there was a problem. Most of the time, teacher speaks and explaining the topic, trying to cover the syllabus. So less time left to interact directly with the students and to assess whether he understood or not. But in a flipped learning, more opportunity, more time is there for the teacher and student direct face-to-face interaction. So watching video in the house and hands-on activity inside the classroom. So when they're applying their concept inside the classroom, what they have understood from the video or the audio, so this will enable them to understand and apply the concept. Teacher will give them the project, the quiz, the worksheet, and they will try to apply the concept by solving it. At the same time, teacher will also be able to assess their performance, to assess their understanding, and to provide feedback as well. Furthermore, this flipped learning pedagogy is a flexible. Students can watch video according to their own convenient time. So whatever time they preferred, suitable to them, they can watch the video. It's flexible. So contrary to the traditional system, flipped learning is a student-centered approach. So importance is given to the students. So he can watch video, he can explore the topic in great detail, and much opportunity is there to understand and learn through this system. And teacher on the other side is continually assess students' work and provide feedback. Student also allows a controlled chaos in their classroom while students are sitting in a group form and they're discussing their topic. So certainly there'll be a little bit noise when there are many students speaking and discussing the topic, while teacher is also standing over there. So make sure that the chaos is controlled, it doesn't disturb the other classes. And when they are discussing, let the student discuss and talk most of the time. Let them discuss the topic and ask questions. And on the other side, teacher is standing, monitoring them, watching them, and guide them in their project or answer their queries. Let's apply this flipped learning methodology in learning Islamic studies subject. You see, keep in mind, you can apply flipped learning pedagogy either for one subject, for one class, for one unit. It depends on the requirement of the teacher and students, availability of the resources like internet, laptop devices and all that. So it all depends on them. So according to your requirement, according to your need, you can apply the flipped learning system. But you can start with the most difficult one. Whichever lesson or topic you think it is difficult for a student to understand, you can apply the flipped learning methodology and surely you will get a much better result by applying this system. We will take as an example the Pitta of Islam. The Pitta of Islam is a subject taught to the primary level students, grade 4 and 5 and 6, to teach this subject, Pitta of Islam. So first of all, you can make a PowerPoint presentation. So by sharing a PowerPoint presentation, you can mention the topic, provide a 2-3 lines overview of the topic. You can write a learning objective. And you can also mention hadith of the Prophet ﷺ about the Pitta of Islam. Like hadith Abdullah ibn Umar, he said, the Prophet ﷺ said, بُنِيَ الْإِسْلَامُ عَلَى خَمْسٍ شَهَادَةُ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَأَنَّ مُحَمَّدًا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ وَإِقَامُ الصَّلَاةِ وَإِيتَاءِ الزَّكَاةِ وَحَجِّ الْبَيْتِ وَصَوْمِ رَمَضَانِ. So you can explain to the student with the help of this hadith that there are 5 most important pillars in the house of Islam. According to the need of the students, you can make a video. Make sure that the video should not be very long. It should be 2 to 3 minutes video maximum, and you can explain the pillar of Islam like about the Salah, about the Saum, about the Hajj, different things. You can also ask a couple of questions inside the video in order to make sure that the students have watched the video and they will write the answer of the questions you ask inside the video, and the next day In the classroom, they can show it to you what they have written in the answer sheet. In the classroom, when they come, and you can make them sit in the group, so they will discuss the topic. What they have understood from the video, they will apply it inside the classroom. They will start discussing the topic with their fellow students, like what is faith, what is the declaration of faith, what is its importance, what is salah, what we recite inside salah, what is the amount of zakah that we have to pay, okay, and the guideline for Som, what is the age that Muslim begin fasting. So these sort of a thing they will start discussing with each other. This will enable them to understand the topic in a great detail. Furthermore, if there any question arises in their minds, so for example, a student asks a question that why it is compulsory to fast during the month of Ramadan and not in any other month. So why we are not fasting outside the month of Ramadan, the compulsory fasting? So teacher as a monitor, as a guide on the side is readily available directly to give them an answer face to face, explain it to them, clarify their doubts. Another group will stand and say why it is compulsory to wear a white two unstitched cloths while performing the Hajj. Why this dress code is important. So teacher again standing there as a guide, and he will give an answer clarifying the doubts directly of the students. So now you have realized by applying this concept in the field of Islamic studies, what you have done basically, you made the student understand the topic prior to the classroom. When they come into the classroom, you need not to deliver the lecture again. Rather, student will discuss the topic. Most of the time, student will speak. So when they speak and discuss the topic, they will understand it much better. If they face any problem, any doubt, any misconception, teacher is readily available to talk to them face to face and to address their issue and make them understand there and then. So that is why this is one of the most successful approach to the learning process. So let's apply it in the field of Islamic studies and acquire a much better results. Thank you very much.